Under the soft morning light, small birds were busy building their nests. Twig by twig, they were woven together. Leaves were woven together, held together with saliva and love. That nest was home, hope, and a future. Inside were tiny eggs, which would one day hatch into tiny sounds in the forest. However, not all life begins with warmth, and not all mother birds bring peace. Into this gentle life, a winged hunter came. He came not to build, but to take. The cuckoo is a member of the Cuculidae family, a group of birds known for its unique characteristics. Some members of this family are known as trickster birds, such as the cuckoo, but not all are simply deceptive. Some cuckoo species employ a more extreme strategy. Instead of simply depositing their eggs, they resort to a more brutal approach, hunting other birds' chicks and feeding them to their own young. When baby laboots hatch, they aren't fed insects, caterpillars, or fruit. They're fed fresh meat from other birds' chicks. The mother laboot flies through the bushes and forests, watching for deserted nests, then swoops in with speed and precision. With her beak, she grabs a tiny chick, one that can't fly yet, can't run yet, and hasn't even opened its eyes yet. One bite, one catch. Then it flies back to its nest, where a baby labut waits with its beak open. Imagine being a little bird. After painstakingly building a nest, warming the eggs, and welcoming the sound of your first chirp, only to find the next morning your nest is empty, your chick is missing, and you don't know who took it. No trace, no warning, just silence, and a gentle breeze as if sweeping away the traces of a life that had just begun. The common lark is an opportunistic hunter. They're not just ruthless, they're efficient. The meat of baby lark birds is high in nutrients, protein, fat, and rapidly absorbed energy. For growing young lark birds, this food accelerates the development of muscles, feathers, and the nervous system. That's why some lark parents choose a more ruthless route, to ensure their offspring grow stronger and faster than their competitors. In the language of nature, this isn't cruelty, it's a survival strategy. It's hard for us, humans, to understand this kind of behavior. How is that possible? A mother bird eating other birds' chicks and feed it lovingly to his own child. But in the animal world, there is no room for morality as we know it. There is only instinct, survive or perish. Lathes don't kill because they hate them. He didn't kidnap because of revenge. It simply does what millions of years of evolution tell it to do. Protect your child by any means necessary. We often think of nature as beautiful, and it's true, nature is full of color, sound, and wonder. But nature is also harsh, cold, and merciless. For a coot, not killing means the death of its chick. And in a world where one small mistake can mean the end, the choice becomes crystal clear: the life of my chick, or the life of another chick. Once the baby coot grows up and leaves the nest, it will continue the same cycle. Eventually, it will become a hunter, raiding small nests, carrying the flesh of young life, and feeding it to its own young. The cycle continues, not out of hatred, but because it is the way of life passed down to it. A mother's love can come in the form of a hug, or in the form of fangs and a beak. For the coot, love is the courage to steal life, to give a better life to its own child. And for the little bird who lost its child, it never knew that what hurt it was the love of another mother,